Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, Mo Hunt Silver, and this is going to be episode 7 of our Penny Hunt and Fill series, boxes 12 and 13. We were able to make it up to 179 spots in episode number 6, one of them being a semi-key date, 1922 Denver. And I just had to put a picture of it up here on my wall, because it looked very nice. So, box number 12, for the series, we have one ender that is going to be a wheat cent. I'll get into it because these are both circulated boxes. Very well circulated. If that's going to focus, we'll try that. There we go. We got a 1957 Denver in box number 12. And then in box number 13, this box actually has 4 enders in it. 2 of them being wheat cents right next to each other. As you can see right there, they're both reverse facing, so we'll have to see what the dates are on those. And then we also had 2 other enders over here on this side, a Canadian right here, and also another one right here. And then we also have a zinc ender of a 2009 formative years, so we'll have to see if that's a DDR or not. So we will be looking for wheat cents, any foreign coins, proofs, varieties, or anything else cool that's worth sharing. So we'll get into the boxes, but first I'd like to remind you that if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and if you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up. So we'll get into box number 12 in the first roll and start hunting and see what we can find. Your like and thumbs up really helps the YouTube algorithm and really helps get these videos out there for other people to see. Alright guys, well, we're on the first roll of this box. I got the roll finished up, but I bring you in to show you something that I found, and I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. But we have a Clash die here, 1983 Philly. I don't know if you guys can see the pillars on each side of Lincoln here, right below his head. That is pretty neat. And on the reverse, you can just barely make out a silhouette of Lincoln's head underneath the building here, and a little bit inside the column area. And I've actually been looking at this coin for about a day now before I filmed this, because it was getting late when I found it and I wanted to go to bed because I had to get up for work the next day. There you can see the silhouette under the scope right here. And then if you come over to this side, you have another one right here. But this thing, I've been looking at it very close, like I said, and it looks like they knew that the die had clashed at the mint, and what they tried to do was fix it by resurfacing the die, basically. And you can see all the die scratches all over this thing, inside the columns, underneath the building here, where Lincoln's silhouette would be, all kinds of things. And they should have just scrapped the die, honestly, because there's a crack right there you can see, which is a common spot, but it runs pretty far in. It comes into about here or so. And then on the other side, we have the same thing, but this one seems to come in a lot farther. It comes into here and then it runs up this way and almost protrudes out that way through the die. So they should have just scrapped this die if they knew that it was clashed. Instead they tried to fix it, and honestly just made it look ugly, really. And yeah. But I'm glad to have a Clash die, and in the even in the condition that it is too, because this is pretty much a mint state coin except for those carbon spots right there. Get a better look at them. But yeah, weird. But I'll take it though. Find number 1 for the box is gonna be a mint error. Clash die, 1983. Alright guys, just going through roll number 2, and we came across a 1940 San Francisco. Pretty nice to see a San Francisco. Yeah. Alrighty. That'll be one for the 40s now so far. And that was blurry as heck. Alright guys, laid out roll number 4. And I see a 1957 poking out right here. So that's going to be a 1957 Philadelphia. A little bit of corrosion on the backside. So we got one for the 50s so far. And I'll be back if we find anything else in this roll. Alright guys, we're up to roll number 7 so far here. And I bring you in not for a wheat cent, but I have a 1971 under my scope here. And it's not the DDO that it could possibly have, but we do have a nice die crack going through the W of we right there and into the top of Lincoln's head, into his hair. Pretty good distance, so not too bad. We got a 1971 spike head, and you can see it even without the scope right there. That's a pretty good die crack. But I also bring you in because I believe back on roll number 6 we were able to find a 1995 with what I believe is the DDO number 2 according to Variety Vista, and it's going to be this one right here, DDO number 2. It's not near as dramatic as the DDO number 1, but I believe we are going to have it in stage stage B, I think. Because if you look right here, this is in the stage B part of the listing on Variety Vista, but you can see lines on the inside of the D right here, and there's also a small one right here. And then again on the O in God, you have a line on the inside and a line on the outside. The example that I have under the scope here, I actually had to look at this for a little while before I shared it with you, but I do believe we have the DDO number 2. Because this one does have, it's kind of hard to see it, but it does have a line running down the D right here, on the inside of the D going around right here. And then in certain angles of light, you can see lines, or a line inside the O, and it's very faint, but another one on the outside of the O right here. Plus there's a few other die markers to look for as well. Liberty will have some doubling on it, and it is hard to see because this is a dirty coin, but you're gonna have a little bit of extra underneath the L right here, in the B, and up here there would be some. Like I said, this is a kind of dirty and worn example, so it is a little hard to see it. And you'll also have some underneath the E right here. Let's see. That T could have some on it as well. But I believe we have the DDO number 2 for the 1995 right here. And that's pretty neat. Alright, well, roll number 9 here. Just flattened them out. And it looks like we're going to have a wheat cent reverse facing that we can pull out of here and see what the date is. So that's the reverse side. And what do we have for a date? 1949 Denver, if it'll focus. There it is. Alright, not bad. That makes 2 for the 40s now so far. Roll number 11, and we're going to have another wheat cent. And that's going to be a 1946 out of Denver. Alright, I'll take it. Alright guys, we're on roll number 13 of the box here, and I just had it kind of spill out on me. And I see something pretty darn worn sticking out right here. And it's definitely going to be a wheat cent. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let me come up here with it. That is super worn. Let's see what the date is on this thing. Oh wow, that is really hard to tell what that is. I don't know if that's a 14. Let me see if we can put that under the scope. I believe that is a 4, guys. Looks like a 1914. From what I can see here. That is really tough to tell. And I guess it could be an 18 too, but wow. Alright. I don't know. That's a hard one. Let me get back to you as I'll take a closer look at this. Alright guys, so I did check this coin out here for a few minutes under my loupe, and it is extremely tough to tell what it is still, but I was able to catch that it's a 1918, and it also, there you go, you can see it a little bit. You can see it a little bit there still. It has a Denver mint mark as well. So we have a 1918 Denver. First for the teens from the box. Alright guys, I bring you back in roll number 15 that I have flattened out here. And I can see a wheat stalk right there, so we'll pluck this out of here. And that's not the right one. There it is. Huh. Now we got the right coin. But we definitely have a wheat cent, and we can give it the flip and see what the date is. And that's going to be a 1952 Denver. Okay. And then I also saw we had a foreign right here, and that is going to be a Canadian. And what do we have for a date? 1989. So that's foreign number 1. All right, we'll see if there's anything else in here. All right, roll number 18. Towards the end of the roll, I didn't even see this one till we came up to it. And it's 1956, Philadelphia. That's going to be another wheat cent for the 50s. I think that makes 3 now for this box so far. Very next roll, roll number 19. About halfway through the roll, we're going to have a 1945, Philadelphia. Not a bad looking wheat cent. Happy to add it. We are up to roll number 23, and towards the back side of the roll here, I came up to another wheat cent, so we're going to flip this over to see what the date is. And we have a 1953 Denver. So that's another for the 50s. Alright, just flattened out roll number 25, and we're going to have a wheat cent reverse towards the back here. So we can pull this out, and we'll see what the date is. Looks alright on the reverse side. And we got a 1944 Philadelphia. It's going to be 5 for the 40s. And that's going to give us 10 wheats so far for the box. Halfway through. Not bad. Alright guys, roll number 26 is going to be our ender roll with the 1957 Denver. Wheat cent right here. So we're going to have another 50s edition for the hunt. And I did not see any other wheat cents in here, but if I come across any varieties or anything like that, I'll be back to share it with yous. And if not, I'll see yous on the next find. Just laid out roll number 36, and we have another reverse of a wheat showing right here. So we can flip it to see what the date is. This one does, yeah, it looks like it's slightly worn. It's probably 40s, I'm going to guess. What do we got? Oh, 56. Wow. It's pretty beat up. Alright, that's 6 for the 50s. Just about finished up with roll number 37. And we're going to have an older Canadian cent here. This is going to be, let's see what year it is. 1956. That's pretty cool. I'll definitely take that and add it up there with our foreigns. All right. We'll get on to roll number 38 and see what that one has to offer. Roll number 40, about halfway through the roll. And we're going to have another 40s find here in 1948 in Philadelphia. And it's not in horrible shape either. Okay. Just flattened out roll number 42, and we're going to have a few things in this roll that I can see, because I see we have a Canadian edge right here, so I can pick this out, and we'll check out what the date is. That's going to be a more modern one for sure. And we have a 1980, and then I saw we have, you guys see the 55 sticking out right there? So we're going to have a 1955 wheat cent right here. Not in bad condition, and not the DDO. And doesn't even look like it has any poor man's on it either. Alright, so that's another one for the 50s. And then I also saw, there it is, another Canadian edge right here. And that's going to be a 1983. Alright, so 2 Canadians and a 50s wheat cent in that roll. I'll be back if there's anything else. Alright guys, very next roll. Had roll number 43 spill out on the desk here on me. And we're going to have 2 wheat cents in this one. You can already see one, but we're going to do this one over here first. I saw a 1957, there it is, peeking out of there. That's going to be a 57 Denver. Wheat cent right there to add. And then we can flip this one here, which has some luster on it yet, and see what the date of this thing is. I'm going to say 50 something. Yep, 1953 Denver. Not bad though. Wish the rest of the coin looked like that top portion there. It's really shiny. Alright, so that's 2 50s for this roll. Roll number 44, and we had another wheat cent hiding on us here. And this one's going to be a 1951 out of Denver. Pretty good shape too. It actually has a little bit of toning as well, which I don't think the... there you can see it a little bit towards the top there in the motto. But the camera's not really doing it much justice. It actually looks really nice in hand. Just laid out roll number 47, guys. And we're going to have another 1957 Philadelphia right here. So that's another wheat cent for the 50s. If my camera's going to focus. There we go. Not too bad. And then I also saw, it looked like we had an older Canadian, just a few coins back from that wheat cent. And it's not going to be too old. 1968. I'll take it. Alrighty. Alright guys, that's going to do it for box number 12 of the series, or box number 1 for the episode. And this was a pretty good box. We got 6 foreigns there, all Canadians. 4 2009s. We did get 3 mint errors or varieties, and then a total of 18 wheat cents. 1 teens, we got 6 from the 40s, and 11 from the 50s. And then we also got a few possible upgrades for the album. And then this box also gave us about 2 pounds, 13 ounces of copper. Just over. So, not bad. We'll move on to box number 13, or 2 for the episode. Be right back. Already starting off roll number 1, box number 2 here for this episode, guys. And we're going to have a 1957 Philadelphia towards the back here. So 150s for box number 2 so far. Roll number 1. See if there's anything else. I guess I shouldn't have put you guys away so quickly, because the very next coin that was after that 57 is a 56. So we have another 50s wheat. That's 2 in roll number 1. What can the rest of this box give us? Well, I just got roll number 5 flattened out, and we're going to have a dime as a find in this roll. And that is a 2020 Philly. And then I also saw down here a little farther a wheat reverse, so we can pull that out and give that a flip to see what the date is on that. And we have a 48 Denver. Alrighty. See if there's anything else. If there is, I'll share it with you. Alright guys, it's been a few rolls since we found anything, at least worth filming. Roll number 9, because we're on roll number 10 right now. But roll number 9 was an ender with a 1974 Canadian cent right here. And then I just flattened out roll number 10, and I see towards the back we have something looking pretty old right here. I'll pull this out. And we're going to have a 1936 Philadelphia. Alright, pretty average. That does have a DDO we can check for. So we'll put it under the scope. And I am not really seeing anything there on the date, as well as in the motto or Liberty. So that looks like it's just going to be a regular 36 Philly, but that's pretty cool. You got a 30s wheat in the box now. Alright, I'm up to roll number 12 and came up to another wheat cent, obverse facing. This was 3 coins in from the end. We have a 1948 in Philadelphia. Not in bad condition, but got some spots on the reverse, it looks like. Unfortunately, a couple spots in the front too, but it's another 40s, we'll take it. And then roll number 11 gave us 2 more Canadians. First one being a 1965 right there. And then also a 1988. Kind of damaged at the second 8 there. But, alrighty. We'll see if this roll has anything else, and if not, I'll see you on the next find. Very next roll. Roll number 13. And if you guys can see that, we have a 1957 Philadelphia peeking out again right here. I thought it looked kind of odd, so that's why the coins were shifted to the side like that in front of it. But it's going to be another 57. And then a little further back, I also saw that we have another Canadian. So this will be Canadian number 3 for this box. 1976. Oop, and I drop it. There we go. And this roll also had a Canadian ender, which was right here. And that's going to be a 1979. Let's see if I can flip it. There it is. So 2 Canadians and a 50s wheat. Roll 13. Roll number 15. We're going to have a reverse facing wheat cent so we can give it the flip and see what the date is. We have a 1946, and that looks like a Denver. Not bad. Alright, we'll take it. Just flattened out roll number 22, and I see we have a reverse facing wheat cent here. So we are going to flip it and see what we have. That's going to be a 1953 Philadelphia. What is that? Alright. So that'll be 450 so far for this box. Roll number 24, and I see we're going to have another reverse wheat showing here, sticking out, so we can see what the date is on this one. All right, and what do we have? 1942 Philadelphia. So that's going to be 4 for the 40s now. And a few rolls ago, we also found another Canadian, a 1978. And I stand corrected from my last clip with the Canadians because we actually had 6, and I believe I said we had 5. So now, with that one, we're going to have a total of 7 so far in this box. And let's see, I thought I saw something that looked a little older back here too. Possibly this one. What is that? No, 61 Denver. Okay, well, if there is anything else in the roll, I'll be back. Roll number 26 is going to be our first ender roll. So this is reverse facing ender. First one in the box of 2. And what do we have for a date? 1952 Philadelphia. And then I also saw when I flattened the roll out, that ender's not alone. It has a friend in the roll with it. And That one was also reverse facing. Doesn't look that old from the reverse, so we'll give it a flip and see what it is. 1956, Philadelphia. All right, 250s, roll 26. And then our second ender roll is going to be roll number 32. So that one's coming up in a little bit, and we'll see if we have anything else in this roll. Flattened out roll number 29, and I see we have another wheat cent reverse. So we can check the date out. And it's going to be a 53 Denver. So that's 50s number 7 for this box. Roll number 30, about halfway through the roll, a little more. I didn't even see this one in here, but we're going to have another wheat reverse facing. And this one looks like it's, I don't know, been in the ground possibly. See what the date is on it. It's going to be a 46 Philadelphia. So that's 5 40s. All right, we're up to roll number 32, so we can see what this other ender is. And it's going to be a 1951 Denver. And we'll see if there's anything else in the roll, but I don't believe there was when I laid them out here. But I'll be back if there is. Roll 33 for box 2. It's going to have a 1941 Philadelphia hiding on us right here. It's not too bad. But we can put that under the scope and check and see if it has any of the possible doubling that the 1941 Philadelphia could have. There's one for the date, which I don't see. There's one in the motto here, which I don't see again. And then also there's another one for Liberty, which I also do not see there as well. All right, so it's just going to be a regular 41 Philly. Put that right there. So that's going to be 6 for box number 2 of this hunt. All right, we're up to roll number 35 and just about done with the roll. And this guy here crept up on me. We have a 1950 Philadelphia. Not in too bad a shape either. All right. 15 rolls to go. This one was 2 coins from the end, or actually 1 coin from the end, really, but we're going to have another wheat cent in roll number 38, and it's going to be a 1940 Philadelphia. All right, another one for the 40s. And then in that roll, we also had a 1981 Canadian. So that's going to be 9 now total of these, because a few rolls ago we also had another Canadian in 1997. So now we have a total of 9 Canadian cents there. Alright, we'll move on to roll 39. Roll number 40, and we're going to have another wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. We'll check it for a RPM, but I don't think it's going to have one. No, it doesn't appear so. But that's another 50s find for the box. So that's going to give us 10 50s now so far. And then in roll 39, also came across another Canadian, 1978. So that's going to be 10 Canadian pennies as well now, too. That's a lot for me. Roll 42. We're going to have another one. We have a reverse wheat cent facing right here. So we can give it the flip and see what the date is. I'm guessing 50s. And that's what it is, 1956. Philadelphia. So that's 11 now. Lots of 50s. Roll number 43. And we're going to have another wheat cent. And it's another 50s. 1957 out of Philadelphia. 50s are stacking up here. Well, we're up to roll number 50, and it looks like we're going to have a little bit of last roll luck here because I see a reverse of a wheat cent facing and poking out here so we can see what the date is. Doesn't look too bad on the reverse. And we got a 51 Denver with a little bit of scraping on it there. All right. Well, we'll see if there's anything else in the roll. If not, we'll be back with a wrap-up. All right, well, it looks like roll number 50 is not quite done yet, because we have another one here. Pretty grungy, 1948, Philadelphia. That'll be 2 for this roll. Nice. All right, well, that's going to do it for box number 13 of this hunt, or box number 2 for the episode. And overall, this was another pretty good box. We ended up getting a total of 22 wheat cents, one being from the 30s, right there, 1936. And then we got 8 from the 40s and 13 from the 50s, ranging in all years from 50 to 58. And then we also got a dime out of this box, 3 2009s, a few more really nice copper cents and a few zinc cents that we can compare to the albums. And then also, get our scale out here. This box had a lot more copper in it, or a decent amount more than the first box for the episode, giving us 3 pounds, 13 ounces of copper, I'm going to say, in this box. And our last box had 2 pounds, 13 ounces. So that's going to give us roughly 5.5 pounds of copper for this hunt in episode 7. That's not too bad. And box number 12, or the first box in the episode, we actually got 18 wheat cents. So average that out, that's 20 per box. That's a pretty good wheat cent haul. Typically we only get like 10 to 12 a box here in this area, so that's not too bad. And I'll have to get into our albums then and see what kind of additions or upgrades we could have, because I think we do have at least one older wheat cent addition to make, and then I got all these coppers and zincs here I'll have to compare. So I'll just have to go through the books and see what we got. But let me do that, and I'll be right back. And I almost forgot about the coolest find of the boxes here, which came out of box number 12, and that is going to be this 1983 Die Clash that we found. That is pretty apparent on the obverse side there. You can definitely see those pillars on each side of Lincoln here. The reverse side, it's not quite as apparent, but there you can see a little bit of a line right there coming down from the memorial, which is the backside of Lincoln's head, and you can't really see it. It's real faint on the other side, but that is a pretty cool find right there. Just had to show it off again. But all right, I'm gonna get to the books and we'll show them off then. All right, guys, so here's a look at the books now after we have all of our additions plugged in plus our upgrades done. And we actually had 4 additions for this episode, which is pretty cool. All of them being Denver minted. And we also had 5 upgrades, but we'll start with the additions here. First one being a 1918 from Denver. And then our second one is going to be a 1948. And we can come down the books here. And to our 1948 Denver right there. And then we can just continue down the line some more. And we had another edition in the 60s, 1963 Denver. And as we continue down, and then also our last edition is going to be a 1984 Denver. That's actually really, really nice looking, so I'm happy for that one. That 63 was also pretty nice looking as well. And we're also getting a lot of nice copper upgrades. All 5 of our upgrades in this episode were all coppers that we were able to find in these boxes. 1942 being the first one. Then we had the 1963 Philadelphia, which is a beautiful example there. Has a little bit of like a reddish type hue with the toning on it. Camera's not really picking it up, but it looks really nice. And then a beautiful 1969 we plugged in. A 1970 that looks like it just came out of a roll. And also a 1970 Denver that looked like it had just come out of a roll as well. So real happy to get those upgrades. and these books are starting to look really nice. And if you guys think they are as well, please give it a thumbs up for the video here. And if you've made it this far through the video, subscribe to my channel. It's free. It doesn't hurt. So I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes as much as I am, because I'm real happy, like I said, with the way these are going and how quickly these books are filling up with really nice scents here and that. So I'm going to get off of here, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a good one, guys.